Now, so many of the Nio investors have been asking this question as to when is Nio going to hit the $100 per stock mark. Well, this has been in so many Nio investors as people or these investors are patiently waiting for this stock to hit that mark. Some of them are even saying that after it hit this $100 per stock, they are going to sell their shares. Some are saying that if Nio is to get at this $100 per stock, then they will be millionaires. There are actually a few of the people that are saying that should Nio get to $100, they are going to be millionaires. And these are the investors that bought a bunch of Nio when it was still trading at around $2, which is why most of them, especially those that put a lot of money into this stock, are saying that should it get to $100, they are going to be millionaires, which is something that is interesting and kind of like make a person like me that started investing on this stock when it was just above $10 to kind of like feel like I should have invested on this stock around March of 2020 when it was trading around $1, I think, and 80 cents, which is something that, though I don't crack my head around this thing, I'm the kind of person who believes that everything happens for a reason. I certainly believe that though I won't be a millionaire yet, but I think I will be very much happy with the returns that I will make when this stock hit that $100 per stock. Now, with all that, when do you expect, or when can we expect this Nio stock to hit this $100 per stock? Well, me personally, I certainly believe that there is a certain period that I'll tell you or I'll cover with you on this video where I think we could be seeing this Nio finally hitting that $100 per stock. So I guess and I hope those that have been asking as to when could this stock hit that $100 mark, you might finally find your answer at the end of this video, or by the end of this video, as I'm going to sort of like give you a solid prediction, not just a prediction that won't be going with fundamentals, as I believe that it's not good for me to just tell you that I think Nio will get to $100 next month or in the next 2 months without the fundamentals that supports that price or that $100 price, which is something that I believe that with the fundamentals that I'll be giving you, or these strong fundamentals that I will give you on today's videos, are the ones that I believe that Nio will be getting to this $100 per stock very soon. Now, as I've said, by the end of this video, you will know the exact time where I believe that we can expect this Nio stock to hit this $100 per stock. So please do watch this video until the end, because I certainly believe that you are going to enjoy what I have in store for you. And maybe some of you might also be motivated to probably add into this stock, or those of you maybe who have not started buying this stock, you might be also motivated to start buying into this stock, because looking at the current trading price where Nio is currently trading at of around $43, this is a very good 132% of returns in the next, or in this term that I'll be giving you here, which is something that must encourage you, because I certainly believe that very soon we will be seeing this stock hitting this $100 mark. Otherwise, with all that, just a disclaimer, please know that I'm not a professional financial advisor. All that I'll be touching base on these videos are just my opinions, and if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do, and that is you need to go and consult the professionals. Now, before I tell you the exact period where I expect this Nio stock to hit that $100 price, I will tell you the strong fundamentals that I believe are going to be the one to drive this Nio stock to $100 per stock, which is very important. As I've indicated at the beginning of this video, that I don't think it's recommendable for a person to tell you that a stock will get to $100 or this Nio stock could get to $100 without telling you the fundamentals or the strong fundamentals that support that $100 per stock share price or stock price, which is why I believe that it is important for me to cover or to tell you the strong fundamentals that can drive this Nio stock price to $100 per stock before I actually tell you the time frame where we'll see this Nio Stock hitting that $100 per stock. Now in 2020, you remember that this Nio Stock reported a total revenue of around 2.5 billion US dollars, and this year in 2021 this same stock is expected to report or to generate a total revenue of over 5 billion US dollars, which is something that is truly amazing and which ought to encourage you, because the revenue that we saw this stock generating in 2020, they are expected to double that revenue this year, which is something that is truly amazing. And another thing that ought to encourage you to probably start investing into this stock, because it is set to double its revenue, or the revenue that it reported in 2020. And the way things are unfolding on this stock, I certainly believe that we can see that this target of 5 billion US dollars, it is very possible with this Nio Stock, as already for the Q1 it reported a total revenue of over 1 billion US dollars already, and it is expected again in the Q2 of 2021 to report yet again over 1 billion US dollars, which is something that is truly amazing. And the good thing that sort of like gives me confidence that we'll see the Nio Stock reporting good revenues even for the year 2021 that we are at is the good deliveries that Nio keep on updating us on. I mean, you remember that Nio, in terms of deliveries, this is a stock that overall, or in a nutshell, it is delivering good delivery figures. And except for the time where this EV sector was being impacted by the shortage of the semiconductors, this stock has always been reporting better deliveries than the deliveries that it had reported in the previous months, which is something that is truly amazing. Because, like, for instance, for the month of June, this stock reported over 8,000 vehicles, which is something that is truly amazing, as it is, or as it was, a new monthly record, which is exactly the same thing that I'm telling you, to say that the good thing about this stock, yes, you might find that probably there are 1 or 2 months that they failed to beat the deliveries of the previous month, but in a nutshell, overall, or in most cases, we see this Nio Stock beating the deliveries that it reported in the previous months, which is something that ought to open your mind to see that this 5 billion revenue that this Nio is set to report by the end of the year, we might see it coming to pass, which is something that is amazing and continue to aspire me to invest into this stock. So Nio is expected to report a delivery figure very soon of their July deliveries, which I think you must mark my words on this, they are going to pass or beat the deliveries that they reported in June of 2021, which is something that, once again, guys, ought to truly indicate to you that this is a stock that is doing so well. Now, with all that, you will notice, or you will note, that not only does Nio generate their revenue from their vehicles, but they also have a segment that they called Nio Life, which is another segment that sort of like generate some good revenue for them. And you'll know by now that the reason why Nio has this Nio Life segment is for a fact that they want to build good relationships beyond cars, which is something that is truly amazing. And I must say that this Nio Life, it's another thing in Nio which is doing good. And I must say that this is going so well so far. As you remember that one of the directors of Nio indicated that the ratio of car owners and non-car owners who are coming to buy these Nio Life products is 1:1, meaning that we are not only seeing the people who own the Nio EV cars coming to buy these Nio lifestyle products, but we are also seeing the same number of people who don't own this Nio EV car also coming and buy these lifestyle products, which is something that is truly amazing, making this Nio lifestyle or Nio Life to generate some good revenue for the entire Nio company. Otherwise, if you've been following this Nio Stock, you'll remember that the current partnership of Jack and Nio, which is called Jack Nio, where Jack is the one that is producing these Nio EV vehicles, it just recently increased its production to about 20,000 EV car produced a month. You'll remember that this Jack was producing around 10,000 EV cars for Nio on a month to month. Now this was reiterated, or this was increased on the new partnership or on the new agreement that Nio signed with this company Jack, and now they will be producing around 20,000 EV cars a month, which is something that is truly amazing and going to make it possible to see Nio report a total revenue of over 5 billion. Otherwise, guys, one of the most important thing, as I'm just talking about production, which came to my mind, is the fact that we cannot forget that Nio currently it's constructing their new plant or their new factory in Hefei, which this plant is set to produce 1 million EV cars annually, which is something that is truly amazing, because and right now it definitely means that Nio, by this plant, new plant that they are building, they will be able to produce more cars, which will result in them even delivering more cars. And guess what that will do? That will result in Nio even generating more revenue, which is something that is truly amazing, and I believe that this is that thing that will make Nio to become profitable. Now, the good thing about this Hefei plant that Nio is currently constructing as we speak is that Nio has already indicated that it's set to open or to start with the production of these Nio cars by the third quarter of 2022, which is something that is truly amazing, guys, because it simply means that by next year in the Q3 of 2022 we will see this plant starting to produce this EV car in masses, which is something that, guys, I believe that it is what is going to drive this Nio stock to the moon. Now, as I've always been indicating to you, one thing that makes Nio stands out from the other EV cars is for their battery as a service, or their bus, which is something, or which is a service that is truly out of this world, as it entails Nio clients going into substations to change their batteries. And the good thing about these substations is that they are able to change the batteries in less than 5 minutes. Now, Nio already, with this battery as a service, they already indicated to us to say that they are planning to have 700 substations by the end of 2021, which is something that is truly amazing, as you would know by now that not only will Nio be offering the charging points for these EV cars to charge, but they will also be using their substations, or their clients will also enjoy going to their substations and get their batteries swapped, which is something that is truly amazing, and it's boosting and making investors want to invest into this Nio stock, as it looks like this battery swap stations or this bus, it's going to be a success. Now, Nio plans to have over 4,000 battery substations by 2025, which is something that is truly amazing. As I've always been saying, these battery swap stations offers convenience to the Nio clients, which is something that I believe will continue to attract more clients into coming and want to buy this EV car. Now, for those of you who've been following this stock, you'll remember that this January Nio revealed their new model called the ET7, which will be sold from the Q1 of 2022, which is amazing. Now, the good thing about this new model, or the good thing about this ET7, is that Nio has already indicated that the pre-orders that they've seen on this model, it surpasses all their other previous models, which is something that is amazing and shows you the kind of demand that we might see when this car opens up for sales, which is something that is truly amazing. And I'm patiently waiting for that period where we'll see this car, or this ET7, being sold to clients all over China and Norway. And whilst we're talking about Norway, you will remember that Norway is the first destination outside of China where Nio will be selling their EV cars this coming September. Now, if you've been monitoring, or if you follow Nio, you remember that this week the Nio showed us a video where they were importing their ES8 or their ES8 model to Norway, which is something that gives us hope as the new investors, which is something that shows us that this thing is indeed happening, which is something that ought to encourage you, because we are, for the very first time, we are going to see this Nio company selling their EV cars outside of China. Now you know that Nio indicated, or we know that Nio will be selling those ES8 that we saw them importing to Norway around September of 2021, which is something that is truly amazing. As you will remember that Nio has already been preparing showroom there in Norway. And of course, to those of you that have been following this channel, you already know that that showroom is approximately, or it has a floor size of approximately 1,700 square meters, and it is a 2-floor or a 2-story building. Now, for those of you who've been following me for some time, you'll remember that I already told you that this Norway showroom will be having bars, cafes, offices, and showrooms, which is something that is amazing and going to make the people of Norway to enjoy this Nio Stock. Now, you remember that Nio offers the good premium services to its clients, meaning that clients, after buying these Nio cars, they are able to experience the premium experience where they are able to easily communicate with Nio if they encounter problems with their cars, like your punctures and the small minor things that could happen to any car. The way we've been seeing the kind of services that Nio is offering around China at the moment, existing Nio clients are enjoying these premium services as Nio responds pretty fast when they are needed by their clients. Otherwise, guys, you'll remember that Norway is not the only destination where Nio will be selling their cars, as by now you know that we already have a hint that Nio could be selling their cars even in Germany, as we saw a general manager post being advertised there, which gives us a good sign that we could also see Nio opening their offices in Germany, which is something that is truly amazing. Now, just this week, Nio advertised a full-time post in Amsterdam of a director, which is absolutely amazing and showing us that this company is indeed starting to find new destinations in Europe where we will see this Nio Stock covering even some of the wider areas or some of the good areas there, and which is a very good thing, as it shows us that we will see, or will be even seeing this Amsterdam coming as one of the destinations when you will be selling their cars in Europe. Now, all these strong fundamentals that I just told you are the ones that I believe that they will get or make this Nio Stock to get $200 per stock between the Q2 and the Q3 of 2022. So yes, I believe that the fact that we will see Nio starting to sell their ET7 model around the Q1 of 2022, it's something that will make this Nio stock price to react to that. Now, another good thing that strongly makes me to believe that we will see Nio getting or hitting this $100 per stock is when Nio starts with the production in their new Hefei plant, which they indicated that will come, or it is said to come in the Q3 of 2022, which is something that strongly makes me believe that if indeed we see that plant going live, or indeed we see the Nio plant in Hefei starting with production, the market has no way but to react to this. We will see the market strongly reacting to this, as this would mean that from the Q3 of 2022, Nio will be delivering more cars, or Nio will be able to produce more cars, which is something that I believe it's going to strongly make the market to react, sort of like adjusting to the kind of deliveries that we'll see Nio producing. It is one of the things that makes me strongly believe that we will see the Nio stock hitting that $100 mark around that time. And guys, as I've said, I am supporting, I'm not just telling you that Nio will get to 100 without the solid strong fundamentals. These are the strong fundamentals, or these two strong fundamentals of the ET7, which is set to start, or which Nio plans to start selling the Q1 of 2022, and also the new Hefei plant, which is set to open around the Q3 of 2022. It's the two main points that I believe they are going to drive this stock to $100 per stock. Now, this is a very good opportunity for you to jump into this stock before it gets to that point. As I'm telling you, I believe that around or between the Q2 and the Q3 of 2022, we will see this Nio stock hitting that $100 mark. So looking at the fact, or looking at a place where Nio is currently trading at, which is around $43, this is a very good opportunity for you to jump into this stock. And who knows, maybe if you have a good chunk of money, you will be a millionaire by the time it hits $100, like the other big investors that are anticipating to be millionaires when this stock hit that $100 per stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I certainly believe that Nio is a good long-term stock to hold because it is set to do very well, not just in China, but even outside of China, which is why the Mizuho analyst indicated, I think I've told you that to say that he said that he believes that 30% of Nio's revenue will come from their international sales, which is like your Europe and all the other places where Nio will start to sell their cars, which is something that is amazing, and ought to tell you that not only will Nio succeed in China, but it will, or we will see it succeed even outside of China. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.